this vlog actually comes from Bahrain. I'm actually here, you can see the World Trade Center in the corner there. We've been working with a couple of clients here in Bahrain, and one of them is discussing the fact that they have a lot of suppliers where they are taking product on a regular basis and then they're actually self-invoicing. You've got to be really careful about the self-invoicing because at the moment there's no VAT. So when you do a self-invoice, you can create the invoice and then your supplier, you leave it to them what they want to do. Moving forward, when VAT is introduced, yes, you can still self-invoice, but there's a couple of conditions. One, you have to get permission from that supplier that you are actually allowed to self-invoice, because they will legally have to then account for the VAT themselves. So even if you create the invoice and put the VAT on it so that you can recover it, your supplier has to agree that they will account for that VAT themselves. So you're going to have to send them that invoice, they're going to have to put that VAT onto the tax report or their tax report. So what I suggest that you do now is actually to contact those suppliers that you currently do self-invoicing for and ask them, or ideally get a contract together that would say that they give permission for you to continue to self-invoice and to charge VAT where it is applicable, if applicable, and that they as the supplier will account for that VAT themselves. So you can potentially get that contract, something in writing now before you actually go live. Because if you do go live, you can't self-invoice anymore. It would be illegal to create an invoice and recover the VAT on behalf of a supplier if they have not given you written agreement to do so. So get those letters out to your suppliers.